So far, the earnings have been coming in quite strong. We had about a quarter of the S&P report last week. 87% of the S&P 500 that's reported in the second quarter has been above expectations. That compares to 67% that have beat historically. So we're tracking better than expected in terms of the earnings, and the earnings are also beating by about 5% to the upside, which is also greater than the historical earnings beat. We're also seeing revenue beat of about 1.25% as well. So across the board, we've seen good earnings. There's been good breadth in terms of the earnings beats. What I'm really looking for going into this quarter is to keep that momentum. Also looking out into the back half of the year, what are companies saying about CapEx and what are they saying about the impact to tariffs?
All right, Josh, does it matter? All right, does it matter that earnings are going to be as good as Erin Browne just said they are and will be as long as tariffs remain in the headlines the way that they are?
So the market is consolidating, and it's been doing that for like 120 days. And, you know, I come back to this idea that, and Steve has brought this up on the show, we had blowout earnings in Q1.
Right.
And you did not get a new high as a result of that. And a lot of people would just say, look, that's what the whole run-up in the fourth quarter was, and then in a lot of January, you were pricing in. So do we do the same thing, meaning we had this nice bounce, and you are getting new highs in very, very big stocks, technology, obviously. And you're also getting new highs in the small cap index. Are we going to get a new high in the non-tech S&P 500? That's the most interesting question to me. And we didn't get it on blowout earnings in Q1, so why would this time be different? I'm not sure it will be. So I think what a lot of people are doing now is looking at individual charts. And it really is a wide disparity. Even though the overall beat rate is great, I'm going to give you two quick examples. Dow stock, Boeing, consolidating just below all-time highs. Chart looks great. Another good earnings report coming up. This thing would gap up to all-time highs. I have no doubt.
Week, but again, I mean, it's in part a trade story.
But here's the other side of that. Look at 3M, garbage. Here's a stock that's also consolidating, but it's doing it at the low end. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it gap down to new 52-week lows. How you have those two things going on in the same economy at the same time in the same stock market, it's very rare. You don't often see that kind of a dichotomy within industrials, and I think that's important.
All right, Weiss, let's continue this debate. Earnings versus tariffs. What matters more right now?
Well, I actually think you've seen it play out because the market's always been a discounting mechanism. Everybody's come on the show has said, including us, earnings are going to be very strong. I would tell you that without all the talk we've had about tariffs, the market will be substantially higher.
I agree.
So the underpinnings of the economy and the fundamentals of the companies.
Even the president admitted as much.
He said he's playing with the House's money.
With Kernan last week.
Yeah.
He said, the market's up 40% since my election, even though it's like 30, but it would be up 70 or 80 if not for this trade war.
So all you have to do, so I've been talking to a lot of, I'd say, small business people, and they're worried about tariffs. It's starting to hurt them. If they have any external business, whether it's customers or whether it's suppliers, they're feeling it now. They're feeling the uncertainty of those people. So it's having an impact on business. So I think slowly, we're not focused right now on the 10-year, but look at that. That's about to go through 3% again. And I think if it does, we're not going to see it fall back down to a 2.8 yield. So you're close to the end of the cycle. Having said that, I don't see a ton of downside. Trump, I think, still believes, plays to the press, and still wants a win, whether it's a win or not.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.